Before Prohibition, Tennessee's fertile soil was used to grow grapes to make wine. Of course, all that changed for several decades until the early 1980s. Well, now Tennessee's making wine again, and we took in a festival that celebrated with a toast to Tennessee. Tennessee is famous worldwide for its sour mash whiskey, but since the 1980s, wine has been quickly gaining ground.
The Tennessee wine industry is alive and well. It's doing very well.
Wineries have been popping up all over the state. Several have earned national and international awards.
We have won more than 450 in the 22 years that we've been a commercial winery, and we've won some really big awards. We're very, very pleased to, as I say, play with the big boys and come away winning.
While you can enjoy tasting tours at most of the state's wineries, this Toast to Tennessee Wine Festival at Nashville Shores brings the wineries to you. It's a fundraiser for the Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. It's also raising awareness of a growing winemaking industry.
Most folks don't know that there are nearly 30 wineries in the state of Tennessee, and we have 22 of them here today. If you talk to people about wine and the wine industry, they will name California and New York and Washington State and Oregon as the top wine producing regions in our country. But Tennessee makes some fantastic wine, both from locally grown crops and from crops brought in from other states.
Your whites don't need to be freezing cold. Let them come out, put them on your counter for about 10 minutes, and then pour them.
John Sloan organized the annual event where visitors can enjoy samples of Tennessee wines, along with seminars that will raise your wine IQ.
You can come and learn about everything from port to champagne to wine and chocolate, pairing food and wine, how to order wine in a restaurant, how to read a wine label, how to select the proper wine glass.
The festival features some highly qualified volunteers, like the volunteer gardener's own kitchen queen, Tammy Allgood. You just had a seminar about drinking wine in certain glasses, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, tell me about these glasses.
Well, the lovely thing about different glasses is that the glass serves as a vehicle for putting it on your tongue where you want it to be. So the lips of these are very different, and the different wines go into different glasses because you want them to hit your tongue at a different level. So something that's really, really acid like this, you want it to have a narrow top and hit you at the bottom. You want it, this one is a lighter, fruitier wine, so it's going to hit your tongue in a different place. So it just changes the way the wine tastes, and it enhances the wine.
Can I see your
Absolutely. So what we do, swirl first.
Okay, swirl first.
Swirl first.
What does this do?
Aerates the wine. So it just pulls air into it, and it increases the bouquet. Then smell second.
What are we looking for here? Something we like?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the rule, Joe. You just hit the nail on the head. The rule is you drink what you like. There is no rule.
Okay. But
so
I know the next rule though.
Sip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So see, when you smell and you get all the aromas of that wine, it enhances the way that it tastes.
Your T-shirt says
wine goes with everything.
That includes cereal, scrambled eggs, anything, huh?
And it definitely includes Tennessee Crossroads.
Okay. If you watch Tennessee Crossroads with wine, you'll enjoy it a lot better. Your wine tasting tour begins by first donning a special armband. Then you carry your complimentary glass around to the various tents where participating wineries pour samples of their fermented creations. For example, here we met Rob Ramsey from the Stonehouse Winery in Crossville.
My personal favorite is the new Seyval Blanc. It's made from 100% Seyval Blanc grapes. All of these grapes were grown in the state of Tennessee. Makes a wonderful sparkling wine, and I'm going to open it up here and let you try it, see what you think.
Okay. There you go.
A little bubbly there.
A little bubbly. This is dry, right?
That is dry. I'll join you to Tennessee Crossroads.
There you go.
This is a perfect thing to have in the summer.
Winery.
Winery. But it's much sweeter, much fruitier.
That's different.
Yeah.
While rain puts a serious damper on most festivals, somehow here it didn't seem to matter much. I guess there are worse things than seeking shelter in a tent full of free wine. Well, as the rain slacks, our tour continues, and we pass exhibitors promoting every conceivable wine companion. Well, like food, of course, and in Paula Hawk's case, even candy.
Divine Art Toffee, divinely inspired, and I'm an artist, and I make toffee. Butterscotch is great with the reds, or the dark is good with the reds.
Okay, we've got a little cab here. What do you recommend?
The coconut's good with the reds. They're all good.
At this stop, we discover how a wine glass can not only be a functional vessel, it can also be a work of handmade art by Cherie Hood.
Each of my glasses has a color blend. They're all individually hand painted, and I start out with a base coat, and then I blend the colors. I always come up with a different color scheme, and then I bake them for an hour, and then I bead them with copper wiring and glass beads, which I think makes them unique.
Well, no matter how you contain it, it's interesting to see how Tennessee wine is making its mark in an industry once dominated by states like California and Washington. So, could Rocky Top someday be the next Napa Valley? Maybe.
I think it's safe to say that you could put many of the Tennessee wines up against the best wines from California, Chile, Australia, other regions around the world, and Tennessee wines would win out.